Hi, I'm Sternhagen, and this is my persuasive speech on why you should be against gun control. Imagine you're just sitting at your house one night, just chilling, watching some TV, it's just a regular night, and all of a sudden, the emergency broadcast system comes up on your TV and says that there's a wanted criminal in your area. So, you do what any normal person would do, you lock your doors, shut your windows, make sure everything's alright, but then just a few months earlier, our government passed a law and you had to turn in your family's hunting rifle. Because of that, not only do you feel less safe, but if that criminal does decide to break into your house, you have nothing to defend yourself with. Today, I'm going to convince you why no one should have to go through a situation like that, because stricter gun control isn't needed, for these 3 reasons. 1. Guns aren't the problem. 2. Guns, through hunting, play a crucial role in wildlife conservation. And 3, banning guns just won't work. For these 3 reasons, today I'm going to show you why we do not need stricter gun control. Have you ever been in a car accident? I'm not talking anything serious, just like a fender bender at Walmart or something like that. I know I have. And you know what I never thought of after I got in that accident? We need to ban cars, because it's the car's fault that I just got in an accident. And that's just not true. Guns are no different. It isn't, just like how it isn't the car's fault that you got in an accident but the driver, it's not the gun's fault when someone shoots another person. It's that person who pulls the trigger's fault. Wayne Lapierre, who's the president of the NRA, was once quoted saying, "Guns don't kill people, people kill people." And he's true. People killed each other long before guns were invented. And people are going to continue to kill each other, even if you could somehow just destroy every single gun in existence, people would still kill each other, because as long as there's people with mental illnesses or enough hate in them, like, they're going to kill people. There's nothing you can do about that. As the Pew Research Center, which is a non-biased website that specializes in informing the public about public issues such as gun control, stated, they say that over 60% of all deaths that come from guns aren't even from people shooting each other, but they're from suicides. So, if a person is desperate enough to commit suicide, they're going to do so whether they have a gun or not. Even if you just removed every single gun, over half of the deaths that come from guns would still happen because they come from suicides, and you can't, just taking away a gun isn't going to stop a person from committing suicide. In review of my first main point, remember that guns don't kill people. People kill people. And they're going to continue to kill people whether we had guns or not. And of all the deaths from guns, over 60% are from suicides, and it's for these reasons that guns aren't the problem. Guns have many uses, and one of those uses is hunting, which leads me to my second main point. Guns, through hunting, play a crucial role in wildlife conservation. The Rocky Mountain Foundation, which is a foundation whose role is wildlife conservation, stated that just last year, over $800 million was raised from hunters to go to wildlife conservation through like the licenses and taxes that they paid for hunting. What does wildlife conservation mean? It essentially means that like that money went towards funding our state parks, our national parks, our park rangers, our game wardens, like the CRP and CREP plans, which are government plans that keep land in its natural state so animals have somewhere to live. And that $800 million was all raised from hunters because they had guns to use to hunt. If our President Theodore Roosevelt wouldn't have been such an avid hunter, who knows if we even would have had our national parks that we have today. Yellowstone might not even exist if he wouldn't have been such a big hunter. As the government pointed out on their wildlife and fish website, that just from the money that they raised off of the duck stamp, which is a stamp that you have to have in order to do duck hunting, just from the money that they raised off of that last year, they were able to buy 5 million acres that they put into wildlife conservation. So if you take away that, if you don't have that duck stamp in hunting, those 5 million acres don't exist. In review of my second main point, guns play a crucial role in wildlife conservation, because if you take away guns from everyone, you take them away from hunters. And if you take away from hunters, you lose all that funds the wildlife conservation we have today. Not only are guns crucial in wildlife conservation, But there's just no way you could possibly ban guns, which leads into my third main point. Banning guns just isn't possible. The Clause, which is a website who's dedicated towards seeking the truth, pointed out that there are 300 million privately owned guns in America. Now, if you banned guns, how would you even, it's not possible to take away 300 million guns from the public. It's just not possible. And it's against our Second Amendment, which states that we have the right to bear arms. Any gun ban would go directly against our Constitution and is not legal. Steve Chapman, who's an editorial writer for the Chicago Tribune, which is one of the biggest newspapers in South Dakota, said that banning guns, there's no way to do a ban gun, simply because if you did put one into place, all that would happen the people that would obey the law are the people who own their guns legally. And most crimes that are committed with guns are committed illegally with illegal guns. So if you did add a gun ban, the people to turn in their guns would be the legal citizens who would use those for protection, and the people that did turn in their guns would be the ones that are still going to commit the crimes. So adding that gun ban just wouldn't help anyway. In review of my third main point, I would like to point out that banning guns won't work for a variety of reasons. Simply because it's against the Constitution, and even if you did put one into place, there's no way to take away all the guns from 300 million people, and only the legal people would be the ones to turn it in. In summary of what I've talked about today, I would like to remind you that 1, guns aren't the problem. Just like when you get in a car accident, it's not the car's fault, but the driver's fault, and guns are the same way. 2, guns in the form of hunting play a crucial role in wildlife conservation. If you like the fact that we have state and national parks and land for animals to live in, then you have to like guns, because guns are what fund all of those different things. And 3, banning guns just won't work. It's against the Constitution, it's just not possible, and if you did outlaw guns, the outlaws would still have the guns, and the law-abiding citizens would be the ones to turn their guns in. So, remember, the next time someone asks you about gun control, you know what to tell them. No.